Hey y'all, welcome back to Lark's Profit Session 3, Session 4, because there was one that was split into 2 videos. Thank you for tuning in. You can see I have my Lark's Profit Session 3 notes sort of up. Introduction. Let's start there. My name is Norse. This is Lark's Profit. My main character, our hero, is Lark, and he is a merchant class or merchant profession. They don't do classes in this game. And what game is this? That's the question too. This is a solo campaign of Dragonbane by Free League Publishing. I'm using Roll VTT, which you can see on the left part of my screen, and this is I use for the solo rules, the Dragonbane solo rules set, as well as the old school solo rules for old school essentials, which it has some inspiration Oracle stuff that I really like. Some housekeeping. From last session, I forgot to level up or take experience. So what I took was this. I didn't get any Banes or Dragons. If you don't know what that is, it's fine. It's basically the way you level up in this game. But I did take my 5 advancement marks. And the way this works is you can put advancement marks into any skill you have. Here are the skills. Oh no, here are the skills. Lots of skills in this game. And when you do, you put, for each skill point you put in, or advancement mark you put in, you roll a d20. And if the d20 is higher than your stat gets raised by 1. So I put 1 into Bushcraft, and I needed better than 12. I did get better than 12, so my Bushcraft is 13. I put 2 into Sneaking, and I got higher on both of those rolls, so it's up to 9. And I put 2 into Knives, and I got higher on one of those rolls, so my Knives are also up to 13. So what happened last session, if you're just tuning in, Lark is a burgeoning merchant. He has a family near town, or in town, where is Herd Home. Here, let's bring up one of my maps here. Here we go. This is my map. I make all of my maps myself. I draw these for fun. Yeah. So I'm thinking that we're sort of in here somewhere, where we started last time. We went to Herd Home and we went back. I've cut this into different things because I have different ideas about how the random encounters could work. The colors don't really mean anything. It's just to distinguish between them. But sort of like the idea is to distinguish the different regions of the continent. Anyways, so last time Lark returned to Herd Home, right here, with Yurda, the halfling mage who she met his previous adventure, which was gratuitous. He dropped her off with the apothecary in Herd Home, who she decided to help out for some reason. I don't know why yet. Lark saw his family. I made him have a very large family for some reason. He's the youngest. I thought that was a fun idea, where he's sort of headed out. He's the rebel. He wants to prove he's independent and his own person. So he's heading out on this adventure by himself to explore Deepfall Breach. Lark's family, his mother is Gale, his father Marlowe, his 2 older brothers Naphtha and Pell, and his 2 older sisters Leifa and Mons. After that, I returned to Deepfall Breach, or Lark returned to Deepfall Breach to go on a quest to reclaim Stonegaze's banner, because in the first session, or first 2 sessions we had, he had a banner that Stonegaze, a Wolfkin character, gave him, and he lost it in Deepfall Breach. So I think that's where we are now. When Lark comes to, yeah, so I imagine, here, let's get the other map. I have a Deepfall Breach map that I drew. So this is Deepfall Breach. Oh, it's very zoomed in. This is all by pen and pencil and paper. I don't use any digital tools to touch this up. So everything you see here is just hand-drawn. There's been no augmentation or anything like that. So that's why there's like some scarring here and some things that are messed up. Anyways, this is Deepfall Keep. This is the Nameless Chapel. This is where we're at. Lark's Post. I don't think that's been established in this timeline. I just put that in there as a bit of fun to think of my character maybe having a future in this world. We'll see. Maybe he'll die. I don't know. So yeah, I imagine that he comes from the east, going this direction, and he trudges up with his mule, Bill, or Billy, as sort of an homage to Sam Gamgee and Bill, which I know that Bill was a horse, not a mule, but beggars can't be choosers in this situation. So I think, yeah, like he's sort of pulling Billy along with his rope, like the rope that's on his muzzle, and he's like, or on the reins. It would be reins, but yeah, on his bit. That's the word for it. Yeah, the bit that goes in between the mule's teeth. He's like, "Come on, Bill, we're almost there." I feel like the sun is starting to go down. Oh no, excuse me. There is no sun. This is a land of perpetual darkness. The world that I've created, Agaroth, there is no sun. No one knows why. It is always night. So I have a torch lit out in front of me. The landscape is nothing but silhouettes, large rocks, and little shrubs. And in the distance, I can see a light, or a lark can see a light. The lark glimmers, and he knows this is the Nameless Chapel. As he comes to it, he sees his own light spill over it, and the light at the chapel starts to illuminate the building a little better. He sees what he sees. He sees a dilapidated building, mostly made of stone, but of wood doors. The doors hang loose. There is a breeze. They like, right? There's that creepy creaking sound as he comes forward. Suddenly there's a silhouette in the doorway, and a gruff voice says, "Oh, so you've returned." Lark says, "Yeah, I said I would. Gotta keep my promise. I lost something of yours, if I'm not mistaken." And the silhouette takes a step into the light, and Lark sees Stone Gaze, a wolfkin with like gashed nose and maybe patchy fur, very old, completely white eyes that look like marble. He goes, "You are foolish or brave, I know not which." And Lark says, I don't know either. I'm hoping to find out. What I'm really hoping to find is your banner, because I know it meant a lot to you. And treasure. You know, it'd be nice if this paid for itself. Stone Gaze is a little, what's the word? Maybe reluctant to promise him anything, especially because it's something that he stole. He goes, "Well, if you do find anything down there, I just got ginormous. I think I like that better. Sorry. If you do find anything down there, you are welcome to keep it. Everything or nothing in
Deepfall Breach is owned by anyone. No one even knows where it comes from. Some say you can find things from the past, but strangely, sometimes you can find things from the future as well. Lark doesn't really understand this, shakes his head, and he goes, "Doesn't matter." Anyways, I guess I better get down there. Lark, he ties up Billy. Let's check out my inventory real quick. And, oh yeah, he puts on his, I don't have a backpack, but he's got his like sleeping pelt and torches and stuff like that. But I also have a oil lamp with 10 doses. Each dose lasts 1 shift. So I think he goes into the Nameless Chapel with Stone Gaze, and let's see if there's something that maybe catches my eye here. Let's see, treasure. Oh, treasure would be a good one, and here we go. Swords. Oh, interesting. Alright, one on treasure and one on swords. So I'm gonna go like this. Gonna roll first treasure, then swords. 2 of these. 18 on treasure. Camp. And 2 on swords. Camp struggle. Huh. Camp struggle. Oh. I think as I go, or as Lark goes into this, into the chapel, he sees that there's something he didn't notice before as he sort of follows Stone Gaze. There's a skeleton of a long lost traveler with his backpack on, like he just was left there, and Stone Gaze like either didn't notice or didn't care enough to clean up the body. And Lark stops and goes, "Stone Gaze, I didn't notice. Who was this person?" Stone Gaze turns back to Lark and says, "I cannot remember anymore. Too many people come and go, and I cannot remember all their names." Oh, well, mind if I take maybe take a look, see if he has anything that I could salvage? And Stone Gaze just says, Be my guest. There's likely little that you can take from him. You may try." It's this one. There we go. Let's go. No, it's shoot. I wonder what page that's on. I knew off the top of my head. Oh, scavenge. Here we go. Alright, D10. Scavenging. When you ransack a cache of abandoned supplies, dig through the nest of a flying creature, examine the gear of a fallen enemy, or otherwise scrounge for loot, the scavenge table to the right can reveal what you find. Use this table for rummaging through something specific. If you are broadly searching in an area, use the search table on page 10. Okay, well this seems pretty specific to me, so I'm going to use this. So it's a D10 4.
nothing of note. Lark sort of goes through and finds just a bunch of old rusty tools and things, and it's very clear that this old skeleton has been here for quite some time. I think Lark, let's see. Lark puts a hand to the skeleton's cheek and says, I'm sorry you died. Hopefully the world will be a better place sometime. And he stands up and tells, he goes to Stonegaze and he goes, Stonegaze, do you think I could maybe get my harmonica back? Actually, I know you took it from me because you wanted me to come back, but I'm here now, so I thought maybe you'd hold on. You could give it back to me since I'm here, and I'm gonna go find your banner for you. Let's see. Is there persuasion? Persuasion, yeah. All right, let's roll persuasion. Stonegaze goes, interesting question. Oh yeah. He says, well, if you survive, you're gonna need to come back here eventually anyway, so I do not see the harm in giving this back to you. He reaches into his cloak and pulls out the little, what is it, a rusty harmonica or something like that? Is that what I said? Mother's old harmonica. Stonegaze has it now. Okay, not anymore though. Now I have it back. Alright, thank you, Stonegaze. I appreciate it. I think it's time to head down. He goes, I wish you luck. I can give you some guidance. He starts to tell Lark how many waypoints he's going to have to find. So let's look this up real quick, because I don't know how many. Navigating way, play out a mission within the breach by focusing on key locations. Yes, I know that. How many waypoints? Here we go. For each mission, progress through the waypoints in the order described in the mission summary. Imagine your approach, the details of the area, the dangers you face, and the opportunities you uncover. Resolve any questions or challenges. Inspiration table. Places and patches between waypoints offer nothing of note. Leaving the breach. So I was just create details for Inglefor's foreseen waypoint. Add a note, insert a few more waypoints. Use the location tables or inspiration table, or just come up with your own ideas. Start with the first waypoint you're entering into the mission, then create a few more others, making note of features and dangers. Imagine Inglefor briefing. Inglefor is Stonegaze, briefing you on each location. Finish with the final waypoint that holds your objective. Add an unknown. Insert a few more waypoints and mark them as unknown. This is sort of like you're supposed to write this out before, I guess. Alright, so here we gotta do some writing now. L2, or into the breach, we'll call it that, and go, alright, objective, find
Down is banner. Consider inspiration table attribute and thing on the inspiration table. I don't think I need to do that because I already know what it is. Your character's motivations or competition. Okay, we've already done that. So that's fine. We have that. So create details for Ingolf's foreseen waypoints. I'm going to roll for his foreseen waypoints. I'm going to roll d4 and see how many he's seen. All right, there's 3 foreseen waypoints. Use the location tables or inspiration table, or just come up with your own. I need to use the inspiration tables, I think. So area table, subs table. Where's the inspiration? Threats. Dragon inspiration. Here we go. So there's 3 of these. I gotta go like this. My cat has just decided to come visit. Come on, buddy. He's gonna come sit on my lap, I think. Come on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You're good. I think he's a bit hungry. Handsome man. Okay, bud. Alright, so I think I need to do one of each of these. Action, attribute, thing. Okay, I wish these 2 things were not so far away. Oh, here we go. Down here, yeah. So okay, so he's gonna mark some things for me on the inspiration table. So I need 3 sets of these. Ooh. Alright, 17, 4, and 15. Stop. Corrupted. Oh, geez. 15. Power. Waypoint 1. Stop. Corrupted. Power. That seems great. Or I should put known waypoint. Waypoint 1. Known waypoint 2. Roll again. 4. Deliver. 8. Decaying. Barrier. Deliver, decaying. Yeah, decaying barrier. Okay. Known. I sort of like doing this on the fly more, like in the first sessions I did. Number 3, 14, scavenge. Contain weapon. Oh. Okay. And then I need to go back down to here. Okay. Imagine incorporating and okay, so I'm gonna say I do another D4 for this 2. So unknown waypoints.
unknown. Unknown. Okay. Insert a few more waypoints and mark them as unknown. Inglefor's arcane vision cannot penetrate these places. Set a threat. Consider the nature of your objective and waypoints. Activate a threat. If you're stuck, roll on for a prompt on the inspiration table or threat table. Oh. I think there's threat tables down here. Scan out. Search table. Traps. Where's threat? Threat table. Well, that's not helpful. So many threat. Oh yeah, here we go. D6. Let's roll a D6 for threat. Threat. Trap. Trapped. Riddle your path. When the threat is triggered, trap is sprung. Alright, I really like the idea of chaos dice, and chaos dice are this thing where you roll d6, or any dice really, and on ones you remove them from the dice pool. And yeah, so once they all run out, then the thing happens. So I'm going to say, since this threat can be sprung multiple times, I'm going to say the dice pool is just like 2d6. 6 dice pool. And I'll reset if the trap is sprung. Okay. Set a threat. Keep your mission outline inspirational but vague. Inglefor's vision is far from precise. Alright, here we go. So I imagine that Lark goes this way. He has to go down this, like, so maybe there's like a stair here, and in here, and into the deep darkness. Deep darkness. Use the location to help you reveal the nature of the waypoints within the breach. If some aspects of a waypoint are known to you, these tables can help fill in the gaps. If a waypoint is unknown, you can generate a location randomly through this procedure. Alright, so my first waypoint, I head down into the breach. There is endless tunnels that lead from this one central chamber. You can't tell how many there are. They're infinite. I pick one and begin to go down. Tables may lead to more questions. Use other tables to find the answers or just decide what is most interesting. Location detail. Is that? Oh yeah, okay, so roll a d20 on the area table. Area table. Okay, that's the first thing to do. Okay, so d20. First place of note that I come to. A 12 would be Lofty Bridge. Okay, so I'm going to use here. I'm going to just put it under here. So Lark, turning down this tunnel, I can hear or maybe feel, Lark can feel like some change in the air pressure, and he comes, the walls drop away, the floor drops away on either side of this narrow stone bridge. Lofty bridge. Whoa, crazy. Roll a d4, then roll a d4 that many times on a location tape. the location thing. Okay, so I need a D4. 1, just the 1. Okay, now I'll roll it again. 1. Contents. Contents. What does that mean? Okay. Choose the table below to choose which subtable will flesh out the area. Ah, yeah. Okay, so here, contents, a D20. 14. Ornate sarcophagi. Oh, whoa. From the sea. Okay, I go in. Lark goes in. He looks down. He sees this narrow bridge that goes across to the other side of this chasm. He looks up, and as he's looking around, he hears this like clinking, like clink, clink, chink, chink, chink. And he looks up and he sees these chains hanging down, and they're chained to like these big sarcophagi that are just like, they're barely moving, just barely moving from like any type of breeze there might be. Creepy. I love that. As directed by the location detail table, roll a d20 on one or more of the subtables on the next page for contents, environment, and danger to add features and perils to the waypoint. These tables may lead to more questions. Use other tables to help find the answers or just decide what is most interesting. This is like it says stop corrupted power. Interesting. Inhabitants. Various factions, people, and creatures dwell within or wander the depths of the breach. Choose or roll the table below to add details to a mission. Learn the nature of an inhabited waypoint or reveal a surprise encounter. This list represents common inhabitants of the Misty Vale and the breach. Introduce other foes and potential allies. In which way best fits your... Okay. I don't think I need to do that right now. I think the thing that needs to happen now is I get across or not. So let's see here. I think as I go through here, I need to roll my chaos dice. Okay, I'm alright. No traps have been sprung. So in the end, that's good for me. Okay. So now I need to ask myself if I need the yes, no. Yeah, here we go. That's the inspiration table. Here's the yes, no. So let's see here. Power. Hostile, flawed, scale, number. Okay, so I guess the question, as Lark goes across this bridge, has got to be, does anything attack Lark? Does anything attack Lark as he goes across this bridge? Specifically from the sarcophagi. Okay, first off, how many sarcophagi are there? So number, let's use that. So here's the number 1. All right, roll. 5, several. Ooh. Okay. And then we'll say low bridge, hanging sarcophagi. Oh, Wellington. He's got his hand on my key, on my touchpad. Dude, ouch. You clawed me. Alright. Sarcophagi. Several of them. And does anything attack me from the attack Lark from the sarcophagi? as he goes across. 1. Extreme now. Alright. Well, that makes it easier for him. Alright, I'm able to get across the bridge. So I don't think there's anything that really happens there. That's good for me. Alright. I don't look down. Carry that lantern out in front of me. And I don't look down. Alright. I'm really not confused by it, but just questioning the inspiration table a little bit. I'm still getting the hang of this. Here we go. So, or just come up with your own. Start with the first waypoint and enter. You enter into your mission, then create a few others, making note of features and dangers. Imagine and go for a brain. Use the location tables or inspiration table, or just come up with your own. So you don't really have to use these. I'm actually going to get rid of these. I don't think they really add anything. They're just sort of like there, but they're not really part of it. So I think this is a better way to do it. Lofty bridge, hanging sarcophagi, several. Do nothing attack. Alright, and I get to go to the next one. So we do this all over again now. So D20 for the table below. Waypoint 2. 4. Claustrophobic crawl space. Ugh. Oh, this would be crazy though, right? So we have this like huge open, like sort of fissure with this bridge going across, and as he goes across, then there's like these hanging sarcophagi, just like sort of swaying, and as he passes them, they start like he can hear like the chains like. He looks over and holds up his, oh god, okay, holds up his, I don't think we're actually at number 2 yet, holds up his lantern, and, gosh, okay, what does he see? What does he see? Gotta go back to this inspiration. Yeah. I'm gonna roll 3d20. Oh no. I'm gonna roll 2 that time. There we go. 14. Scavenge. 16. Peaceful. Captivity? Oh shit. Okay. He holds up his lantern. One of the sarcophagi sort of like just rotates just enough where he can see that the stone has been like broken away, and he sees this face. Let's see. For this, I'm going to go to the core rules real quick. Go up to here. King. D12. Nope, that's a D20. 11. Oh, he sees a mallard of dark feathers. It's got its eyes closed. And it has its arms. You can just make out the fingers of this mallard. like sort of angled its head down. And as he watches, he looks around, Lark licks a finger, holds it up to see if there's a breeze. There's none. He's sort of looking around trying to figure out why is there movement. Then he sees from the mallard, and he knows that this person is alive, but perhaps under some type of magical sleep. A mallard, broken guy, sleeping as it. Okay. Shit. I think I gotta try to save him, don't I? Yeah. I mean, that'd be the right thing to do, right? Let's see. So I need. No, not that. How would I? What's in my inventory? Let's take a look. We've got flint, tinder, torch, rope. Rope is very handy. I guess the first question is can I even reach it, or can he reach it? From where he is. Can I reach it? 2. No, I can't. Okay. This is frustrating. That's mallard. Sleeping. I'm gonna roll my chaos dice. Okay, still okay. I feel like this is important, but I'm not sure. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go on. I can't keep going. I can't spend all my time here. And this isn't my quest, it's not my fight. I can't reach him. I don't have anything to reach him with. So I'm going to shelve this idea for later. There's this mallard, this sleeping person with the dark feathers. Lark is going to keep going. He goes to the far wall and he sees a claustrophobic crawl space. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this, aren't I? So he sort of mutters to himself and gets down on his hands and knees and begins to crawl inside of this space. Alright, D4. 1. Alright. 4. Danger. Okay. D20. 5. Broken path. Broken path. Okay. So, danger, broken path. To add features and perils to the waypoint. These tables may lead questions. Okay, so what's a broken path like? Broken path. Search table. Okay, so he gets on his hands and knees. He like gets on his stomach and starts crawling through and pushing himself through. And then he like sort of realizes like he can't go back. He's got to keep going. Oh, I know. And he comes to like he comes and he pokes this. He like can feel fresh air out there. He's like squeezing through, and you can feel the air out there. And he pokes his head out of this wall, and it's another sheer cliff. And oh man, I have my the lantern. I guess it's like I could like maybe hold it before me and like push it in front of me as he goes. And yeah, he like pushes it out in front of him, and you can see the flames start to flicker. He grabs it, he's like holds it over the edge, pulls himself through, looks up. It's just this like darkness below, darkness above. He's like, oh shit. He can't turn around. His legs are like pretty stuck in there. Jeez, okay. Wish I had higher acrobatics. Wow, that's my cat. He's going to, let's see, spot hidden. Can I find any handholds or anything that stands out to me that would help Lark traverse this? Let's see. Sure do. What do I see? What do I find? What exact? Let's look at change sorcery. Let's see, monstrous treasure, wilderness, discuss place. I don't think that any of those really help. But the inspiration tables here might, just to conceptualize exactly how this is going to work. Inspiration table, avenge, okay. Attribute thing. Alright, let's roll 3d20 real quick and see what it comes up with. 15. Search. Violent. Person. These are not really what I'm looking for. Sees. Okay, I come to it. I see. Oh. Push this out. Push out the lantern. Look at the wall. Feel around on the wall. And then he goes, oh! My rope. He grabs his rope. Maybe it's like tied to his hip. And he like pushes it up past his body. And tosses it over the ledge. He goes, come on. And he can't see the bottom. It just says rope. So I guess the question is, does my rope reach the bottom? That's a 50-50 chance. Does my rope reach the bottom? fucking no, it doesn't. He lets it dangle. And then he's like, oh, he reels it back up, and Lark ties the lantern onto the rope and begins to lower the lantern down to see if he can see anything better. And that's when he sees the stair. That's like cut into the wall, back a bit. Okay, alright, so he, he ties a knot as hard as he can, like a big knot, like so, and then he finds like some really tight parts of rock, like outcroppings or something. He's gonna wedge the knot in there. So if the rocks are like this, the rope fits in between. So here's my wallet. So the rope fits in between with the knot on one side, and the knot is sort of getting stuck. So in the rock space, sort of wedged in there. So his own weight is sort of pulling on this thing to keep it snug. He knows his lantern's down there. He has to reel his lantern back up and use that to find the place to put the rope. And then he ties the lantern back to the rope, puts it down, and then goes down the rope. I think that's a pretty sick explanation. Alright. I think this is acrobatics, but it feels really, really tough for me to succeed that. Nevertheless, I think in this situation, it's like those failures are fail forwards, so maybe I lose something if I fail. I do fail. Do I push it? Not yet. I haven't even gotten. This is only like this is the third place. Oh no, this is the second broken path. No, not gonna push it and fail. My failure. Demons and Dragons. Dragon effect, demon effect. NPC. Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is my suffering damage. I slide down. He's not very good. He can't get a good grip on the rope. He's not very agile or acrobatic. And I just sort of slide down with my hands, just like horrible rope burn. I'm just gonna say that's a D6 of damage. Lark is like as it goes, but have any armor? I do have armor, so I'm gonna say, oh, this is actually quite handy. Yeah, I do have armor. And I'm going to say that I'm wearing gloves, so it actually negates the damage because I have the studded leather that comes with interesting. It comes with the leather armor or some gloves, so he's actually just okay. Lark gets to the bottom of the rope, right where, or like halfway down, where the stair is cut into the wall. He lets go, sort of clambers onto the wall, or onto the stair that is cut in, to the cliffside, and he grabs the rope and pulls it up, undoes his lantern, holds his lantern, looks one way, looks the other, looks up, and knows that his rope is going to stay here. There's nothing he can do to get his rope back. So we're going to take that hemp rope, destroy it. So, succeeding at a cost, I dare say. Okay. So that was that. Next waypoint. Continue on. Which path do I take? There's two ways from here. I take the left one. Let's see. Okay. D20 first, that's right. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Total buff. Oh, interesting. Okay, D20 first. 14. Natural cave. Okay. I take a left. Which is, I imagined the left was down and right was up for some reason, so he continues to go down. Eventually, I imagine it goes like this. It's like that. It goes down, down, and eventually comes to the very bottom of this cave. And he can feel water dripping from above. Alright. D4. 4 this time. Okay. So roll D4, then roll D4 that many times on the location details. Okay, so we got 4 of these now. Alright, let's see. That's a lot. Alright, so 4, 1 danger, 2 oddities, and content. Danger, 2 oddity, content. Alright, wow, that's a ton. So that means here, I'm going to roll. So danger, 2 oddity, and content. Danger 14. Imperiled Adventurer. Okay. Imperiled Adventurer. 2 oddities. So that'd be 18. Talking Statue. Talking Statue. And 16? Yeah, 16. Singing Skulls. And content 20. Oh my gosh, Wandering Adventure. Interesting. It's a lot. Okay, so oh man, as he's coming down, gets to the bottom of this huge shaft that has this like huge long spiral staircase along the outside rather than the inside. Alright, so what exactly is going on here? I think I need to roll the inspiration table real quick just to get a sense. 4, deliver, 19, transformed, person. Okay, maybe that helps. Talking statue, hanging skulls, imperiled adventurer, wandering adventurer. Oh, this is weird. Lark. Alright. As he comes down, he can hear this like chanting. And sort of make out someone talking. He comes to the bottom, holding his lantern aloft. He goes, "Hello? Who's there?" And I hear someone say, "Can't you read? We're busy here tonight." Chanting continues. Lark steps forward, draws a dagger in one hand. You're busy, are you? Well, that's fine and all, but I'm here to find something. Someone else says, who is that? My name is Lark. I am searching for something important. And let's see what type of person runs out of the darkness to him. 12. 6. Halfling. Alright. So the wandering adventurer is another halfling. Halfling comes running forward. Isn't there an NPC? I thought there was. Nope. Table, scavenge, search, traps. I thought there was an NPC. Let's see here. No, maybe not. How did I decide she was a mage? My last person I met. The breach. I just realized where I found it. I had to pause and like think about it. I found this in the core rulebook where you select your artisans. So what profession are they? D10. Here we go. 5. A knight. A halfling knight. Lark hears the clink of armor as a halfling knight comes running out of the darkness. Their armor gleams. Male or female? One male, 2 female. Female. Her hair is dark and curly, but it's sort of sticks out from underneath her helmet. Her beaver is up, and she is sort of desperately waving. She goes, "Hi, it's good to see you." Lark goes, "Good to see me. Why?" She goes, "Oh, we've been lost down here for some time. But my friend, there's something wrong with him. He's following the skulls and the voices." Lark will lean in and say, "What skulls? What voices?" And this woman, she stares up at him and she says, "Do you not hear the chanting?" He says, I do, but I do not hear anyone talking other than us." She asks him to follow her, which he does. They spring forward. He is very aware that she has no light source with her. He's like, Did you run out of light or something?" I'm a little confused. She says, yes, went out and we haven't been able to make more. We've been, like I say, we've been stuck here at the center of this large sort of cylindric cave. It's a large statue that is of a battle mage holding a flame and wielding a mace. The mace is like flung out before them. They have a helmet that is sort of like boxy. It's got spikes on it and horns. This is a statue, not a person, right? But as they go, it looms up in front of them, very tall, and Lark says, Is that who I think it is?" The halfling looks at him and goes, "Might be, if you're thinking of the same person I am, but none of that now." And I need to roll another thing. So I need, okay, profession first will be a d10. 7, Mariner, and Kin, Mariner and Kin, 10, Ulf. Okay, so the Imperial Adventure is a elven mariner. Adventure. Alright. Before this huge statue is an elf. The elf says, it's looking up at the statue. Okay, male or female? 1 male, 2 female. Okay, male elf is looking up at the statue. It says, "I have waited to serve you, my lord. I've come to the darkness to find you. Where have you been all these years?" All the same while this chanting continues, Lark, as he goes, notices little impressions in parts of the wall that he sees are filled with skulls. The skulls issue the chant. comes to the elf. Says, well met, friend. What seems to be the issue? The elf just stares up. He says, we found him. The elf, or the halfling knight, is named Arena, and the elf is named Erlod. The elf looks down away from the statue. Lark sees that his face is smooth and clean. He's got pale gray eyes and a completely bald head with some tattoos, maybe streaking one side. That elf says, "We did it. We did it, Arena. Arena. We found Krostal, the battle mage of old times." Lark looks up to the statue and he goes, "It is a glorious sight to see a hero cast in such glory, but I don't believe that this is Krostal proper. He is long since dead. No one knows what happened to him." The elf says, No, he's not dead. He's here all around us. This must mean something. Let's see here. I am going to search around this place to try to see if there's anything I can find that might, search table, that might help. A successful spot hidden help, like, shed light on this situation of why he thinks this is Krostal, like the burial place or whatever. So spot hidden. Failure is annoying. Wellington. I think Lark looks down at the halfling named Arena. He says, "My name is Lark. It's nice to meet you. What's the matter with him, Arena?" And they can both see that Erlod is standing, just sort of swaying back and forth, looking at the statue. And she goes, I don't know. When we got here, he was so excited he ran forward, and I couldn't keep up with him. He's so quick. My legs are quite small, and I don't know. He's just been unable to leave it. I've tried to grab him and push him back, and he'll fight me. He did this, and she pulls up part of her helmet, and there's like a slice along where her ear is. He's not in his right mind. I don't know why he would have done that. Lark looks down at her and shakes his head and goes, "Did he pick anything up? Did he touch the statue?" Arena shakes her head. She can't tell for certain. I think myth legend would be the thing. A role here of like the question being like, what does have I ever heard of anything like this before? No, I have not. I'm not going to push a role that is so unlikely to succeed. Oh, let's use some inspiration, eh? Area table, inspiration. Here we go. Dragons, inspiration. 1, 2, 3, 7. Find. 14. Mighty. 11. Leader. Well, we found that. Okay. We found a mighty leader. Great. It's like a... Oh. Okay. I think I get it. Let's see. Inhabitants. Alright, D20. 10. Goblins. Okay. Goblin leader. Let's see here. Oh, that gear. Persist. Theory. Goblin. Oh, 90. Let's go check it out. Alright, here we go. Right, warriors and scouts. Alright, oh yeah, okay, so let's see, I need to not spot, I had never done that. So Lark walks around the statue and he examines it at length. The halfling's by his side. At one point, the elf like gets down onto his knees and starts like just being like, "Oh my gosh, yes, I found you. I don't know how I did it, but this is the most splendid day of my life. I'll give anything to look at you forever." Looks back up to the statue. I'm gonna go. Lark goes over to the alcoves of the skulls that are chanting, and I'm gonna spot hidden to see if I can find anything there. Cannot. Shit. So what happens? I think. Look, let's go to the yes/no table real quick. This is really confusing. Number, scale, power, quality, reaction. Alright, okay, I gotta start asking yes/no questions. Is this the part, this is Do the goblins have magic? No. Is this magic from, like, the Elder Days? No. Can this curse be broken? Yes. Okay. Will destroying this... Is the statue real? No. Okay. That's interesting. So the statue isn't even real. So maybe Lark circles it a couple times, holding his lantern up. He can't help but look at the base of the lantern. He goes, there. There's no sign of this thing, like, sort of decaying to the ground. It almost seems to just be like it was just placed there yesterday. He also sees that this thing has become, it's like sort of too perfect. It's like it's too new. And he reaches out to touch it. The halfling grabs his hand. He goes, "Don't, no." She says, "Don't touch it, in case you end up like, what's his name, Elarod. In case you end up like my friend Eralod." Lark looks at her and says, "I think this is the only way. I don't think this statue is real." And he pushes his hand into the statue and just slides through into nothingness. He goes, "Right. I don't feel anything different. That doesn't seem to be the issue." I think he goes over to the skulls that are chanting. Yeah. And picks one up. The sound of the chanting suddenly stops, and the skull says, "Hey, put me down. Come on." Lark says, "Look, I don't know what you are. You clearly seem to be some nightkin of Agaroth's, but if you want to stay in this place, you're gonna let this elf go." The skull says, "Come on. It's been a long time since I had company. It gets boring down here just chanting by ourselves. It's nice to, have some appreciation, even if, what their appreciation ain't real. This elf, well, if you check his pockets, you'll see why he can't escape." The halfling scampers over to the pockets of this elf and is able to sort of slip a hand into each of them. She pulls out, what does she pull out? I feel like she pulls out like maybe, she pulls out a coin, like a big copper coin. And the skull says, "Yeah, that's the one. She took it and put it in his pocket."
that used to be mine. Lark says, well, why stay down here? Just lingering like this. Why not come with me? I could use a second pair of eyes or second sight anyway. I don't know. Can you leave this place? Let's see. Can he? Yes, he can. He wants to. That's what. Yeah, you're offering to take me out of this place. You're gonna carry around a skull? For what reason? You know, people are gonna frown upon that. I died a long time ago. But even so, I think if you carry me around, you're gonna have a lot of awkward questions asked. Lark says, you know what? It's about time someone started asking me awkward questions. I haven't been here long, but I think I could be. If that's the case, we're gonna be very good friends. I can use your help. The skull says, yeah, I guess. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't sound bad getting out of here. It's a little daunting. It's been so long, I just didn't think I'd ever get out. As Lark says, where do you want us to put the coin to release the elf? The skull says, yeah, about that. There's a bit of treasure. You could, well, I don't know if it's treasure per se, but you could check it out. Used to be mine, but I dare say I'm not using it no more. And, well, if I'm coming with you, I suppose it could probably be helpful to you. He tells Lark where there's like this sort of side room. As soon as Lark enters with this coin, the elf comes back to his senses. He's like, what was going on? Gosh, I'm sorry, Arena. Lark, oh, no. Lark digs through this, the pile of, the stash. One treasure card I get. Very interesting. Let's see here. I gotta grab the treasure cards real quick. Initiative card. Treasure cards. Wow, there are tons of them. So I suppose I need to draw one of these. There's 40. Okay. So best way of rolling 1d5. Let's see. How do you roll a d40? Roll d40. Roll a d40. I guess that's the way to do it. 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Chalice?
Alright, maybe I get a chalice. It's not that cool. I mean, it's actually pretty sweet. I like the symbol on it is actually sort of perfect. Digs through this thing and comes up with a chalice. Lark shows the skull. He goes, was this yours? The skull says, yeah. I actually think that's the chalice that killed me. Or that didn't come out right. I mean, that chalice is the chalice that ended my life. I definitely shouldn't have drank whatever was in that last time I did. Well, that's strange. Then, did you die in here? Were you? No, I didn't die in here. Then how did you come to be here? The skull says, I don't know. I just did. I just came to be here, and here I am. Lark looks down into the chalice and sees that there's liquid in it. He dumps it out, looks back into it, and he sees that there's still liquid in there. Huh, he says. Okay, so I'm going to stop here, but I need to write some notes. So, meet a skull that leads him to that releases the elf, leads Lark to a treasure trove, finds a chalice that never is empty, but the content is poisoned. There we go. Alright, that's the end of our session here. I'm not going to level up because I feel like I need to finish the adventure. We made it through 2 waypoints. This was a lot harder than last time. For some reason, my mind wasn't quite there. I was like getting stuck in places. Part of solo RPG playing, but it was still interesting, and I like this idea with the skull. The talking skull was fun. The elf and the halfling, I'll have to explore that a bit later. I have my just gonna go like that. I have my notes set up. So next time, whether it's next week or maybe later this weekend, I'm not sure. Whenever I get back to it and play the rest of this dungeon out, I think we'll. Oh no, this is the 3rd area, so should go waypoint 3. Okay. So next time we'll be on waypoint 4, and waypoint 5 should be our last one. Yeah, so we have the skull is going to go with him. Yeah, it should be a fun session next time. Alright, thanks for joining me. As always, my coffee page, Nora's, or DM Nora's, can be found in the description of this video, as well as the VTT that I've been using, as well as a link to Dragonbane, the game, on DriveThruRPG as a PDF, which gets you the core rules, the treasure cards, the solo rules, everything you need to play. It's pretty sweet. I hope you've enjoyed this, and thank you for following along. Cheers.